right, every other Wednesday, we talk about real estate. Here sa ating The Real Estate Buzz segment.
This Real Estate Buzz segment is brought to you by McLeod & Associates, a full-service real estate and mortgage firm. It's not about the number of homes we sell. It's about the difference we make in people's lives.
The letter M stands for maganda, matalino, mabait. Miss Mia McLeod, that's also an M.
Yeah, thank you.
Welcome to Kababayan today. Every other week, she gives us all information, things that we need to know concerning real estate. Mia, thank you for joining us once again.
Thanks for having me again.
Show. Advance happy
fun.
4th.
Thanks.
Yes.
Happy 4th to you guys and to all the viewers.
Yeah, all right. Yeah. So speaking of the viewers, the viewers, since they know that you come on, they've been sending us an email, like questions about real estate, and we're going to be answering your questions right about now. I guess my first question is coming from Loma Linda. All right, Marlene Abra is our letter sender, question sender. With a tight inventory, is it still worth looking for a home, or should I wait a little longer? You know, we've been talking about tight inventory.
Yes.
So is this a good time to buy? Should we delay?
Okay, so tight inventory, very competitive market, and buyers and sellers are always trying to time the market. But the honest truth and the best advice is it's really up to the buyer or the seller if it really makes sense for you at that time. So if you're a buyer and let's say you got a new job, increased pay, or you're in a chapter in your life where you're starting a new family, finances are all looking good, then yes, I would say it's a great time to buy. But even if the market is a good market, right, but your finances are not in place, then it doesn't necessarily mean you should bite the bullet and purchase. So it's really case-to-case basis, and it really depends on your personal situation.
That's why you need a realtor advising you on this, because there are also options. And also, I think, do you consider the reasons why they want to buy?
Why they want to buy? If you're an investor, then it also changes things. If you're a first-time home buyer starting out family, or if you're a family that needs more space, you maybe had a condo and now you need a single family. So there's a lot of different reasons. So try not to time it so much with the market, but look at, does it make sense for you, your personal situation.
That's a good advice.
Yeah.
And speaking of first-time home buyers, here's a letter from a first-time home buyer from Rancho Cucamonga. Gary Benavides says, I'm a first-time home buyer. How much do I need to pay a realtor to represent me with my purchase? Do we really need to pay a realtor?
Okay, Gary, that's a really good question. And honestly, when we meet with our buyers, our very first meeting where we interview and we try to provide them as much information and education on the process, their last question is, okay, Mia, so what do you guys charge?
Exactly.
And it's an honest and innocent question, and it's a very common question. But whenever you see a listing up there for sale, that means that the seller already secured a listing agent and they have already agreed to pay commissions. Sellers are generally in charge of paying for the commissions for both sides, the selling side and the listing side.
So if you're buying, you don't need to pay the realtor who's helping you get into a new home.
Yes, unless that particular realtor has some kind of different stipulation. I mean, there's a few percentage, maybe 2 to 5% out there that do things differently. But for the most part, we are already compensated by the seller.
So your company does not charge?
No.
Okay,
no.
Mia's company does not charge.
Yeah.
Call them when you're ready to look for a home.
Yes.
This guy's ready. I'm looking to buy my first home. Do I need to hire someone who specializes in an area I want to buy in? Let's say, Long Beach or West Covina.
Yes.
Or will any realtor do?
Okay. That's also a really good question, because the neighborhood realtor is still very important, but the market has changed so much that, in my opinion, it's not nearly as important as it was many years ago.
Yeah, because they're saying that, they specialize in, let's say, for example, Manhattan Beach. They specialize in Manhattan Beach. They know the ins and outs of the trade there, and listings there. They get, so.
So, in my opinion, what you really need to look for in a realtor is not, especially as a buyer, is not necessarily your neighborhood realtor, but so much kind of the 3 C's. Your agent needs to understand the complexity, the competitiveness, and has the creativity to really get your offer accepted. I mean, in a time where, again, it's a very competitive market, inventory is tight, what is that realtor going to offer you as a buyer to make your offer stand out? How are they going to present it? How are they going to communicate it?
Right.
Are they good problem solvers?
Right.
Not necessarily just your neighborhood realtor.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
And you mentioned the 1C competitive market. So competitive.
Yes.
In a competitive market, this is another question. This time it's from Paul from Torrance. Okay. In a competitive market like today, do we really need to overbid on every listing we're interested to make an offer on?
Okay. Hi, Paul. Good question. You know, as realtors, we never want to have our buyers pay a penny more than what any property is worth. If anything, we want to get our buyers really good deals.
Right, exactly.
But because it is competitive, if you try to lowball or do something like that, you're up against, typically the norm is you're up against somewhere between 5 to 15 offers on any given property. And that's really become the norm now. So if you come in under list price, you don't come in aggressive, more than likely you won't even get entertained, especially when cash buyers are coming in stronger, higher than list price. You know, how are you going to be competitive enough? So that's why we reach out to the realtors on the listing side, try to get as much information from them. How many offers are buyers up against? Are they up against cash offers? What the seller's looking for?
So you can draft really the best offer for your client.
Yes.
Well, thank you so much. Do you charge for consultation?
No.
No, it's for free. That's the number to call right now. Schedule your appointment. Thank you so much, Mia, and more power to you.
Thank you.
Entertainment news when we return. Don't go away.